Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I like to say I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking, presentation skills, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. I've got a number of other presentations on my website if you'd like to check those out. If your organization has an upcoming conference and you need a keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I would love to be a part. I've got a number of great books on the market. My best-selling book, Speak Without Fear. My book, Perfecting Your Platform. Both of those are on Amazon and Audible if you like to listen to books. And my series, Encouragement for Your Life, which is a compilation of these podcasts, they're available on Amazon, volumes 1 through 3. Just go into Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, all my books will appear. I'm going to continue with my series on emotions, and today I want to talk about worry. Because friends, worry is a useless emotion. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. All right, so I am continuing my series on emotions. I started with the emotion of anger because anger really hurts you and those around you. Remember, anger is a cancer to your soul. So to have a happy life, you gotta let it go. And then I talked about the pain of shame. Shame is a failure to meet your own standard of behavior. And this emotion will wreak havoc in your life if you're not careful. I added in the thought that you should stop thinking that others have to accept your forgiveness for you to be forgiven. They don't. Once you've done your part, you're now free. So friend, walk away without the burden of shame. And then last week I spoke on jealousy, that green-eyed monster that will wreck your perfectly happy home and make you, a normal person, become insane with rage, keeping you up at night, fretting over things you can't control. So this week, the emotion I want to focus on is worry. And I added that worry is a useless emotion because worry keeps you from focusing on things that are real. I love the Swahili phrase, Hakuna Matata, which means no worries for the rest of your days. Friend, why do you waste hours worrying? You really think you can change the outcome by allowing your mind to wrestle with the thoughts or issues that are rolling around in your head for hours or days or months? Listen, I know we all do it, but some listening today, you've allowed worry to consume your life to the point that you've shut down. You're not engaging with the world around you. And friends, that's not a good idea. What concerns me about people who worry over everything is I find that for many, it's a twofold issue. One is control, and the other, believe it or not, is a form of selfishness. Now, I know you don't often hear that when some good soul is simply worrying about the world. But stop and listen next time a friend or family member starts with the "I'm so worried" line. The act of worrying makes you think you're taking action on an issue when, in reality, you're wasting time with the busyness of nothing because you can't do anything about it. If you're a person of faith, I would contend that you should pray about the matter and let go and let God handle the situation. Listen, I know that's hard. Listen, I struggle with that also, and it seems so trite to say let go and let God. But guess what? In the end, worrying gets us nowhere, so we might as well hand it over to the creator of the universe. But here's what worrying does. It gives you a knot in your stomach and a sense of agitation since you can't make the issue go away sooner or later and unmake something happen that you are worrying about. In all my research, it came up over and over that worry is a useless emotion because it does nothing but tear at the mental, emotional, and physical fabric of your emotions. Many of us are familiar with the verse in Matthew 16:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Wow, isn't that true? Hey friends, deal with the issues that you can manage today. Then rest and let tomorrow come. And then deal with what happens at that point in your life. I read an article in WebMD that stated, worrying is feeling uneasy or being overly concerned about a situation or problem. But with excess worrying, your mind and body goes into overdrive as you are constantly focused on what might happen. In the midst of excessive worrying, you may suffer from high anxiety, even panic during waking hours. Many chronic worriers tell of feeling a sense of impending doom or unrealistic fears that only increases their worry. Ultra sensitive to their environment and the criticism of others, excessive worriers may see anything and anyone as a potential threat. Chronic worrying affects your daily life so much so that it could interfere with your appetite, your lifestyle, your relationships, your sleep, and job performance. Many people who worry excessively are so anxiety-ridden that they seek relief from harmful lifestyle habits such as overeating, smoking, using alcohol, and maybe even drugs. Just the idea that you would allow your amazing self, your power and energy and big ideas and hopeful dreams of your future to fall so deeply into the abyss of physical, harmful habits, really, that should be enough to make you stop the habit of worrying. You should stop worrying for many reasons. The most important is you can't do anything about it. So while you're wasting time worrying, others are working to get ahead in life. And the fact is, you did it to yourself because you allowed your mind to control your heart and actions instead of harnessing the power of your mind and your mental abilities to move you forward in the direction of your dreams. If you were to write down what you're worried about today on a sheet of paper and set it aside, I'm pretty sure that the issue that is taking up so much space in your head will look and feel and be different 2 weeks from now. Why? Because as Michael Miles says in his article on worry, he says, things never happen the way you imagine. When you worry, you are, in a sense, trying to predict the future. You are saying, I know that things will turn out badly. Well, that just isn't the case. You have no idea how the future is going to turn out, except to say it will most likely not be what you think it will be. So why worry? Worry also means you give away your power. Some people are so entrenched in worry that they cannot see any other way to live. But friend, worry robs you of your power to be proactive. The truth is, you are in control and you can choose how to react to situations. So why choose to give that power away so easily and unconsciously? I'm not talking about you not doing your work and expecting the bills to be paid. That's not a reasonable thought by any stretch of the imagination. No, what I'm hoping you will see is that the issue you've sweated out and worried about and cried about, yelled about, even stomped around the office about, okay, I've done that a few times, somehow over time seems to diminish. Steve Maraboli has said, how would your life be different if you stopped worrying about things you can't control and started focusing on things you can? Let today be the day. You free yourself from the fruitless worry, seize the day, and take effective action on things that you can change. I have to admit, I totally agree with him. And friend, you should also, because you don't have that many days left in your life to worry on fruitless, worrisome issues. We should all seize the day and take effective action on things we can change. So, what can you do? The reality is that it does no good for you or me or anyone else to say, hey, don't worry, calm down. What needs to happen is that you need to find a way to heal, either through the help of a licensed professional or through a solid understanding and belief about grace for your life. And when that happens, you will find a way, as many have said, to find your true self. Become whole and rise above the divided self, even though worry is milder and less disabling than phobias and panic attacks. It's important to heal if you want to find the kind of inner peace that no one can take away from you. The truth is this: you can't change the past, but you can ruin the present by worrying about the future. Our friend, let's find a way to live that reflects the true beauty of who you are. Who you were meant to be. Listen, I've told you 100 times, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. There's 8+ billion people in the world, and no one is like you. Don't take that for granted. Hear me. You're here for a reason. Don't underestimate your gifts, your calling, your amazing life. And certainly don't waste another minute worrying about things you can't control. Let it go and learn to live free. All right, I know, another tough love message, because I'm sticking with this idea of emotions that can wreck your life. And friend, you can't do anything about it if you're going to worry. It just takes up energy. So I'm going to ask that you try. I mean, listen, that's the best we can do. We can just try to live our life in the grace that we've been given and live out loud and live for a purpose. And I think for a lot of us, that's to help others on their journey. And I will say this, I will be with you on your journey as we work towards a better day. And remember, Deb doesn't care what the world says. I want you to know I care about you. And I care about you because I believe you can do big things. And if you're wasting time worrying, we're not going to get big things done. So here's the promise I will make to you, my friend. I'm going to walk alongside you and we're going to find that dream together. All right, take care, everybody. Have a great day. Join me next week as we continue my series on emotions.